Okay, so we are at the halfway mark of Secret Invasion, and I gotta say, I don't really know what the point of this show is anymore. They introduce a new character. Apparently, Nick Fury has a wife. We actually see her at like the very end of last week. First, like, she's just a scroll, and then Nick Fury walks through the door, and then she turns into a human. So you're like wondering, oh, was Nick married and then his wife was replaced by a scroll and he doesn't know? But no, it turns out he knows he's married a scroll. Like, he deliberately married a scroll, and it's kind of just like forgotten about. Like, we meet her at the beginning of the episode. They have a whole thing about how, you know, she thought she had lost him during the blip, but then he came back after the blip, but then he like just left her again to go out to space. Nick Fury's kind of a piece of shit. Like, this episode really kind of sells it to me that Fury just fucking sucks. And like, he's a spy, so, you know, you would think that would make sense that he just is kind of a piece of shit. But the most amoral thing we saw Nick Fury do in the MCU prior to this series was he smeared blood on Coulson's vintage Captain America trading cards to give a little bit of an emotional kick to the Avengers, to be like, oh, you guys need to unify now because Coulson believed in you. And, you know, the most amoral thing about that was just getting blood on some vintage trading cards when Coulson was already dead anyway, you know? And then, like, the other, like, morally dubious thing that he did was in Captain America Winter Soldier, when he hired pirates to hijack a S.H.I.E.L.D. ship. But then, as we find out, S.H.I.E.L.D. is Hydra anyway, so really he was hiring people to attack Nazis. So that was fine too. But in this one, in this show, he's using child spies. He's actually, like, he holds a child hostage at gunpoint at one point of this show. He abandons his wife that we didn't even know about, and the first time we see her, she's just like, yeah, man, you abandoned me. And like, she's a Skrull, and it's kind of hinted like maybe she's working with Gravik too. We don't know. But Fury, he does bad things, and I can understand a spy doing bad things, but like, it never seems to weigh on him. He never expresses remorse for any of the more extreme actions he has to take. And like, it does reflect better on a guy whose career was climbing the ranks in spycraft. It's in sharp contrast to the hardened but honorable man we've seen in the films. It doesn't jive with me, and it just feels like this show is being set up to make Fury a less likable character. Paco says this kind of Fury doing bad things isn't really what motivated his character to do bad things before. Yeah, no, every other time we see Fury doing bad things, they are calculated, and they're really not that bad. Like, he's lying to people. Like, okay, he's a spy. Of course he's gonna lie to people. Here, he just seems like a dick. Like, he's even like, basically, there's a scene with him and Talos where Fury is talking about how he has to clean up Talos's mess for 30 years, and Talos is like, dude, you built your entire spy career. You became the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. entirely because of my spy network. You've been using my people to build your career, and we were happy to do it, but then now you're acting like, oh, I was doing you a favor this whole time. And it's like, he does amoral things, and he's a dick this entire show. Yeah, I really hope we just get more of Talos in this show, less of Fury, because I'm not liking him here. As for Gravik, the villain, he basically just outright says the whole, you know, yes, we're doing Super Skrulls. Like, he says Super Skrull in this, and there's like a bit where he gets stabbed in the hand, and his hand heals up. It heals up and it glows like this, so he's probably got Extremis. This is from Iron Man 3. It was that, you know, healing thing that could also make people breathe fire and explode. So, yeah, he's gonna be doing a lot of that. And, you know, he's talking about the reason that he's building the Super Skrulls is, like, once, you know, they make their move and try to, you know, overthrow all the world powers, they're expecting, like, the Avengers to show up and fight them, so they need to have the Super Skrulls. I'm assuming also not just to be able to fight the Avengers, but also to have powers to, like, pose as the Avengers and people like that. I don't know if we're gonna see any Avengers in this show other than Rhodey. Rhodey's in this one. And I think Rhodey is probably going to be revealed to be a Skrull in this show. We'll see. I gotta say, I'm liking this show less this week. Like, I remember first week I said 6 out of 10, and then second week was 7 out of 10. This is like a 4 or a 5. One thing that I do like is Gaia, Talos's character. She's been feeding Talos information, and like people keep bringing up Talos's daughter to him, and like implying that, like, you know, they don't, even though she's been working for the villain, you know, there's like implications that like, oh, maybe we know what's going on, or like Gravik and Talos have a meeting where Gravik is basically like, yeah, it must kill you that that I've got your daughter near me, and I could really just do anything to her. And like, it's that line, I don't even remember the exact line, but he kept needling Talos about his daughter until Talos just stabs Gravik in the hand, because he's just like, don't you mention my daughter again or I will kill you. But she's the fairly conflicted character. I don't know if they're going to be doing much more with her, though. Like, she seems primarily just there as like a device to, you know, give Talos some like personal stakes, like familial stakes in here. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not feeling this show. I'm gonna finish it, obviously, but I don't know what the point is. We're halfway, so maybe it could come around, but right now, this seems like a pretty disappointing MCU series. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm trying to get my channel monetized, so your view means a lot. Don't forget to toss me a like, and subscribe, and ring the bell. I stream these reviews every Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific, so catch me live and join in on the convo. You can find all my socials in the description below, and thank you to all my patrons with a special shout out to pfftlecakes. Your support means the world. Catch you next time.